Okay, we've all been there, right? You're leading a team, you've hit a major snag, and you're totally out of time and answers. So, what if you could have an expert consultant on speed dial? Well, today we're going to dive into how to use AI as exactly that, your own instant advisor to get you and your team unstuck fast. So, let's just put you right in the hot seat. Your team is stuck. Things are not going according to plan, and the pressure is building. What's your next move? Every single leader faces this moment, and trust me, what you do next is absolutely critical. Let me paint you a little picture. It's Thursday afternoon. You're looking over your team's progress for the week, and you get that sinking feeling in your stomach. The results, they're just not there. And the crazy thing is, the effort is there. You can see it. Everyone is heads down, putting in the hours, working hard. But for some reason, the needle just isn't moving. You know there's a deeper problem, but you can't quite put your finger on it. And then, to make matters even worse, your boss starts to notice. You get that little ping, that just checking in message. And you know exactly what that means. It means, what is going on? The pressure is officially on. You have to find the root cause, and you have to find it fast. So, with that pressure mounting, you're at a crossroads. You know you need to solve the real problem, not just slap a Band-Aid on the symptoms. And right now, you've basically got three choices in front of you. And this slide really lays out your options perfectly. You can try to improvise, which is fast, for sure, but you risk burning out your team. You could hire a consultant, which is thorough, but it takes weeks, maybe months, and that means critical delays. Or there's this third option, using AI. And this is the interesting one, because it promises the speed of improvising with the smarts of an expert. Okay, let's look a little closer at just improvising. It feels good, right? Because you're doing something. But these are usually just quick fixes. The core problem is still there, and the real consequence is severe: a burnt-out team and them losing trust in your leadership. Not good. And what about hiring an expert? Look, a great consultant is worth their weight in gold, but the whole process is just so slow. By the time they're onboarded and deliver their big report, you've already lost valuable time and results. It's the right advice, but it shows up way too late. So this brings us to option 3, using AI. Think of it as your first-line consultant. It really gives you the best of both worlds. You get deep, expert-level thinking, but you get it instantly. It's how you get the right advice right now. Okay, so we've established why AI is the right tool for this kind of jam. Now let's get into the how. How do you actually turn a chatbot into an expert team consultant? Well, it's a lot simpler than you might think. It really just boils down to a simple 3-step conversation. First, you just share some context. Second, you ask the AI to analyze the possible causes. And third, you get it to propose real, practical solutions you can try out right away. Here's what sharing context actually looks like. You don't need to write a novel, just be super clear and direct. Something like, my team isn't hitting its results, we've had training delays, and I'm sensing some resistance to change. It's simple, it's direct, and it gives the AI everything it needs to get started. And from that simple little prompt, the AI can come back with some really powerful hypotheses. It might point to things you hadn't even considered, like maybe there's a lack of clarity in who does what, or maybe team motivation is low, or you're dealing with way too many external dependencies. This is where the real light bulbs start going off. But listen, to get these kinds of quality answers, you have to ask the right kind of questions. The key to this whole process, the thing that unlocks everything, is what we're calling the practical prompt. So what exactly is a practical prompt? It's not just a question. It's a structured request that literally turns the AI into a consultant. You're giving it a role, a job to do, and a really clear set of instructions on what you need from it. And here it is. This is the magic prompt. You can literally just copy and paste this today. Let's break down why it works so well. First, you give the AI a job. You are a team management consultant. Boom, it has a role. Second, you ask for exactly what you want. Give me 3 causes, 3 alternatives, and then help me turn one of those into concrete steps I can try this week. You see, that structure, that's the secret sauce. That's what gets you real expert-level advice you can actually use. So let's just quickly recap what this unlocks for you. You now have a strategic advisor on call, one that can analyze your team's situation without any bias, generate really smart ideas about the root causes, and help you design concrete solutions you can test super quickly. All right, Theory is great, but action is what really matters. The whole point of this is to give you a tool you can literally use today. So let's build your very first action plan.
Here's a super simple 3-step exercise to get you going. First, think of one real current problem your team is facing right now. Second, take that practical prompt we just showed you and plug in your specific problem. And third, just talk to the AI. Go back and forth, refine its ideas until you have a crystal clear action plan to test out this week.
And that leaves us with one final thought. You know, every team has those hidden, nagging problems that quietly slow everything down. With an AI as your instant consultant, you now have a tool to uncover those problems and solve them faster than ever before. So the only question left is, what problem are you going to solve first?